Hello and welcome to day 6 of our 21-day gratitude challenge. I'm so encouraged by your faithfulness as we continue this journey together. We are nearing the end of our first week, and I can already sense the transformation happening in our hearts through these daily gratitude practices. Today we're returning to the Lord's Prayer to explore something profound: gratitude for God's perfect will in our lives. Our scripture focus for today comes from the Lord's Prayer in Matthew 6, verse 10. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The powerful petition acknowledges God's sovereignty and perfect plan, inviting his heavenly purposes to be fulfilled in our earthly lives. When Jesus taught us to pray, thy will be done, he was inviting us into his posture of surrender and trust, recognizing that God's plans are higher than our own. But this isn't just resignation, it's an opportunity for profound gratitude. Being grateful for God's will doesn't always come naturally, especially when his plans differ from our preferences or expectations. It's easy to be thankful when God's will aligns with our desires, but much harder when it leads us through unexpected and challenging paths. Yet, some of life's greatest blessings often emerge from situations that initially seem like disappointments or detours. The job opportunity that fell through led to something bigger. The relationship that ended created space for growth. The challenge that stretched us developed character and resilience. In retrospect, we can often see how God was working all things together for good, even when the path was difficult. This recognition cultivates a special kind of gratitude. Thankfulness, not just for the outcome, but for the journey itself and the wisdom of God's guidance. Today's practice invites us to reflect on instances where God's will, though perhaps not our first choice, ultimately revealed his goodness and wisdom in our lives. Here's your gratitude practice for today. List 3 challenging situations that ultimately revealed God's purpose. In your journal, reflect on 3 specific times in your life when the door closed, but a better one opened. A difficult season led to unexpected growth or blessing. A no from God protected you from something that wasn't best. A detour in your plans led to a divine appointment or opportunity. For each situation, write not just what happened, but how you can now see God's hand at work. How did this experience change your perspective? What gratitude can you now express for God's wisdom in directing your path? If you're currently in a challenging situation where God's will isn't clear, include that as well. Write a prayer of trust, expressing gratitude in advance for how God will work in this circumstance. Today's affirmation is, all is well because God's perfect plan is unfolding. All is well because all is well because God's perfect plan is unfolding. Repeat this throughout your day, especially when facing decisions or circumstances beyond your control. Let it remind you that you can trust the one who sees the beginning from the end. I'd love to hear in the comments, what is the one situation where you later recognize God's wisdom in directing your path differently than you had planned? Tomorrow, we'll complete our first week by exploring abundance gratitude through the power promise of Ephesians 3:20. We're building a foundation that will support even greater gratitude practices in the weeks ahead. Remember, gratitude for God's will is ultimately gratitude for His wisdom and love. Trust that He knows and wants what's truly best for you. Thank you for continuing this journey with me, Soul Food family. All is well because God's perfect plan is unfolding. All is well because God's perfect plan is unfolding. See you tomorrow for day 7. This is Ray, and I'm out.